Good afternoon, the Know Nothing Cook coming at you again, and today we have something special because it's Sunday. Usually Sunday in an Italian household is pasta and sauce. We're breaking religion today because having special guests over. I have, well, I don't know, 8, 10 nieces or whatever, and they're all prettier than the next. So the one niece coming over, and I tell you, she's drop dead beautiful. So I want to make something special for her, and it's not difficult to make. It's also not a little easy, but it's time consuming. And the star of today's meal is going to be the pig loin. And this little piggy, he did not die in vain. I'm telling you that. He's about 9.38 pounds. We're going to cut him into sections, and we're only going to use one section today. We're going to roast them. We're going to roast them in a white, or actually not a white sauce, a milk sauce. We're going to scald the milk on the stove. We're going to saute some vegetables. We have onions, carrots here, 2 onions, about this size, 2 celery stalks, diced up, and then I got about 8 carrots here. And they're just quartered and cut in half and quartered. And we'll saute the vegetables and all the vegetables together in olive oil and butter like I always do. Saute them up. I will cut the pig probably 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, I'm imagining. I don't know when I chop them. We're going to sear him on the stove right around. Sear him nice and good. Get a nice little sear coat around them. And then we'll put them in the, well, we'll do it in the frying pan. And then we'll add the vegetables to it and the milk, the scalded milk. I'm assuming it's going to be 2 cups, 3 cups. I'll let you know as we go along like I usually do. We'll put them into the oven at 350 for about 90 minutes and baste it every 20 minutes or so. In the last 20 minutes, take the lid off. And to go with them, we have mixed vegetables here. We're going to bake them in the oven. There's peppers, onions, and potatoes. Red potatoes for this. And I put a couple of carrots on top just for show purposes. I didn't really, just a little bit of salt, not a lot of salt. I like the salt later on so the salt doesn't like screw everything up. Black pepper, oregano, and then I have fresh parsley now, so I took the parsley and I ripped it. I took about, whatever, 1 stalk, whatever on them, and I took 3 basil leaves, ripped the basil leaf, and dropped it in there. And they're not in the oven yet, and I'll let you know if I add any more seasonings to them, but right now that's all they're going to be. And they'll be cooking in there, this will be cooking there, and hopefully this will be a delicious meal. And I want to impress the niece, you know, like instead of just pasta, because we always make that. And anyways, I'm going to get babbling on here. And I will be back and let you know how it works out down the road. Okay, I just reviewed this with something I don't usually do, but on this, I realized I left a few things out. There were red and green peppers here. 1 red, 1 green. But what I did too is I drizzled extra virgin olive oil from Sicily. I drizzled it over and then I kind of tossed everything to mix it before I started the salt and the pepper. But I had the basil and the parsley and the oregano in there. Extra virgin from Sicily for this meal. And when I open this up, the pork loin, I'll put the juices in a cup and add the juice so it doesn't go to waste. We don't want to waste nothing. We're Italian. We don't want to waste nothing. That juice is delicious. That's going to be delicious in here. So we'll add that to the pork when we're cooking it, because it's all going to become gravy along the way anyways. Okay, you're caught up to spark. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I made this before. About 18 years ago, for a New Year's Eve party that we used to have at our house. And this was one of the years I made this. So this is the first time I'm scalding milk in 18 years. And it's 3 cups of milk, and then I put a cup of heavy cream in it. Why heavy cream? I don't know if I'm screwing this up, but I had a jar of or a carton of heavy cream, and I didn't want it to go bad, so I added that to here. Now what I added, instead of pepper in the meat, I added two bay leaves first of all to this, but now back to what I was saying. Instead of pepper in the meat, I added 1.5 tablespoons of peppercorns to the milk mixture here. And once this scalds, I will add it to that right there. I don't know if you could see in there, but I have the carrots and the celery and the onion all around. They were sauteed and they're sitting in there. I put it on low heat now because it's seared around the piece of pork, and it was about 8 inches long, whatever that is. Easy out there, you people. Anyways, that's the size of it. It fits perfect in this here frying pan, roaster. See, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about, but I catch it some afterwards. Anyways, let me get off of this so we're not running out of time, and I'll show you where we're at. There it is before cooking. Now it's going to go in the oven for 90 minutes at 350 degrees, basted every 20, and we'll show you the final product. Alright people, this is what it looks like when it's taken fresh out of the oven. It was 350, a little bit more, closer to 2 hours than an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, hour 50 minutes, because I had the vegetables in there. So you got 2 things in the oven. I believe it takes a little bit longer to cook. So this is going to go into there, and rest. And I'll take out the carrots and the juice and run them through the processor to make the sauce. You notice I use this a lot, right? That was a good investment. And we'll show you when we get done. Pureed. Now going into here, and we'll thicken it up a little bit. The finished product. There it is. Pork loin with white or milk sauce, milk and carrot sauce, and baked vegetables. Now, I got that there out of the way. Let's rehash what we did. It was the fat end of the loin that we put in there. Roughly 2.5, 3.5, 4. It was about 5 pounds worth of meat. Going to go a long way. And all the vegetables. And it was a little bit longer than the 90 minutes. It was closer to 2 hours because I had 2 big plates in the oven at one time. And then when I put it in, I realized that takes a little longer to cook. So that's what it was. Now the sauce you saw me put it through the puree. I put it back. I didn't have to put it on the stove. It was still nice and thick. So there was no putting on the stove and cooking it down a little bit after that. And then we're all set to go. We only got one more thing I forgot to tell you about here. It is the carrots. And if any of my family is in North Carolina watching this, we're drinking beer from North Carolina with this meal. Okay, this is the no nothing cook ending this video because it's time to go fill the bongo. Later people, I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.